Welcome to the channel. Vietnam is a breathtaking destination. Stunning landscapes, mouth-watering cuisine, and a rich cultural heritage. But let's be honest, tourist scams are everywhere. From fake taxis to overpriced street vendors, scammers target unsuspecting travelers who aren't familiar with their tactics. If you're heading to Vietnam, this video is essential viewing. Knowledge is your best defense. Understanding the tricks, spotting the red flags, and staying one step ahead will help you keep your hard-earned dong safe from sticky fingers. A little awareness goes a long way. Stay sharp, stay informed, and you'll have an unforgettable adventure.
The Taxi Meter Marathon, how to avoid getting taken for a ride. You land in Hanoi, the humid air hits you like a wall, you're jet-lagged and craving a shower. First hurdle? Getting to your hotel. Enter the taxi driver, your first potential adversary. Some of these guys are straight shooters, but others? Let's just say they have a creative relationship with mathematics. The scam is simple rigged meters that spin faster than a roulette wheel in Vegas. How do you avoid this? Easy. Stick to reputable companies like MyLin or Vinasun. Even better, download Grab, the Southeast Asian equivalent of Uber or Lyft. It's cheap, reliable, and you'll know the price up front. No surprises, no arguments, just a smooth ride to your destination. Be smart, be vigilant, and you'll start your Vietnamese adventure on the right foot.
The Cyclo conundrum, pedaling into trouble. The Cyclo. A quintessential Vietnamese experience, right? Pedaling through the bustling streets, taking in the sights and smells. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? Well, it can be. But it can also turn into a real pain in the ass if you're not careful. Here's the deal. You agree on a price with the driver. Everything seems hunky-dory. But then, when you reach your destination, suddenly he's singing a different tune. The price has magically doubled, tripled, whatever his greed dictates. The key here is prevention. Before you even step foot in that Cyclo, agree on a price. Write it down, show him, make sure you're both on the same page. And always, always have the exact change. Be firm, be clear, and enjoy the ride.
You've finally arrived at your hotel, exhausted but excited to drop your bags and explore. But wait, what's this? The friendly face at the reception desk doesn't recognize your name. Your reservation? Nowhere to be found. Suddenly, a helpful stranger appears, offering to take you to another hotel, just as good, maybe even better. Don't fall for it. This, my friends, is the classic fake hotel scam. These con artists often pose as taxi drivers or helpful locals, preying on your fatigue and confusion. They'll whisk you away to some rundown guest house on the outskirts of town, all the while assuring you it's a mistake, a mix-up. The solution is simple. Confirmation. Print out your booking, have the hotel's phone number handy, and, if in doubt, call them directly. Don't rely on the word of a stranger, no matter how charming they may seem. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is.
The wind in your hair, the open road ahead, the freedom to explore at your own pace. Renting a motorbike in Vietnam can be an exhilarating experience. But before you rev that engine and zoom off, let's talk about how to avoid getting taken for a ride, metaphorically speaking, of course. The most common scam here involves damage claims. You return the bike, seemingly in the same condition you rented it, and bam! The owner points out a scratch, a dent, a speck of dust that wasn't there before. Suddenly, you're being charged an outrageous fee for repairs, often far more than the actual damage. This scam is widespread across Southeast Asia, including Vietnam. In some cases, your passport may even be held hostage until you pay up, with rental owners demanding compensation for damages you didn't cause. So how do you protect yourself? Documentation, my friends. Before you even think about handing over your dong, inspect that bike like you're buying it. Take photos, shoot video, document every nook and cranny. Choose your rental shop wisely. A reputable rental company will be transparent about their terms and conditions.
Vietnam is a country steeped in history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes. It's only natural to want a knowledgeable guide to show you the ropes. But beware, lurking in the shadows are the charlatans, the snake oil salesmen of the tourism industry, fake tour guides. These imposters might seem convincing at first, flashing a laminated badge or rattling off historical facts with practiced ease. but their knowledge is often as shallow as a puddle after a rainstorm. They'll lead you astray, herd you into overpriced souvenir shops, and spin tales that would make even the most gullible tourist raise an eyebrow. How to avoid this theatrical performance? Simple. Book your tours through reputable agencies. Do your research, read reviews, and ask for recommendations. A genuine tour guide is passionate about their country and eager to share its wonders with you. Don't settle for anything less.
Vietnam's bustling streets are lined with vendors selling fresh fruit and coconuts, making it tempting for tourists to stop for a quick snack. However, what starts as a friendly encounter can quickly turn into a costly scam. This common trick preys on unsuspecting visitors looking for an authentic local experience. A street vendor, often carrying a traditional bamboo pole with hanging fruit baskets, will approach you with a warm smile and offer to let you hold their basket for a fun photo. It seems harmless at first, but once the picture is taken, the vendor suddenly demands an outrageous payment. In some cases, they'll place a coconut or fruit in your hands without asking and insist that you've agreed to buy it, charging far above the actual price. Some scammers even pressure tourists into paying by causing a scene or blocking their path until they hand over money. To avoid falling for this scam, politely decline if a vendor insists on giving you something for free. If you're interested in taking a photo, negotiate a price up front to prevent any surprises. Always carry small bills, as vendors may claim they don't have change, forcing you to pay with larger denominations. Lastly, keep moving and be mindful of vendors in busy tourist areas, as they often target those who linger too long. Staying alert can help you avoid unnecessary hassles and enjoy your time in Vietnam without unwanted surprises.
The sights, the sounds, the smells. Wandering through a Vietnamese market is a feast for the senses. It's also a prime location for a little price gouging, especially if you look like you're fresh off the banana pancake trail. Street vendors are the lifeblood of Vietnam, but some are quicker with a calculator than a seasoned card sharp. They'll size you up in a heartbeat, and if they sense even a whiff of indecision, that price is going up faster than a rocket to the moon. The key here is to channel your inner haggler. Don't be afraid to negotiate, to counteroffer, to walk away if the price isn't right. A smile and a sense of humor go a long way.
You've landed in Vietnam, ready to dive into a world of pho and banh mi. But first, you need some local currency. Enter the money exchange, a potential minefield for the uninitiated. Some unscrupulous exchangers are masters of deception, palming off counterfeit bills with the speed of a magician. You think you've scored a great rate, only to discover later that you're holding onto a wad of worthless paper. The golden rule here is simple. Stick to official exchange offices or banks. Yes, their rates might be slightly lower, but at least you're guaranteed to receive genuine currency. Avoid exchanging money on the streets, no matter how tempting the offer might seem. Another tip: familiarize yourself with the Vietnamese dong denominations. Study the security features, get a feel for the real deal. Play it safe, choose reputable establishments, and keep your hard-earned cash where it belongs.
This classic money-switching scam can happen anywhere, and Vietnam is no exception. It's most commonly carried out by motorbike and taxi drivers, who can quickly speed away, making it nearly impossible to confront them. Using sleight of hand, they swap the bill you give them for one of much lower value. Then comes the real performance. They put on an exaggerated display accusing you of shortchanging them. One of the most common tricks involves switching a 500,000 Vietnamese dong, 500,000 note for a 20,000 Vietnamese dong, 20,000 note, as both are blue and can be easily mistaken at a quick glance. To avoid this scam, start by familiarizing yourself with the local currency before using it. Pay close attention to the different denominations, their colors, and designs to minimize confusion. Whenever possible, use small bills or the exact amount to reduce the risk of being shortchanged. If you need to break a large bill, it's best to do so at reputable places like convenience stores, restaurants, or established businesses, rather than giving it to drivers or street vendors. Always double-check the bill you're handing over to prevent sneaky swaps. A little awareness can go a long way in protecting yourself from this common scam.
Vietnam is a culinary haven, offering a harmonious blend of flavors that is sure to delight your palate. But before you dig into that steaming bowl of pho or tuck into a crispy banh mi, let's talk about how to avoid getting ripped off at restaurants. Some restaurants, particularly those in tourist hotspots, have mastered the art of the bait and switch. They'll lure you in with pictures of mouth-watering dishes at seemingly reasonable prices. But when the bill arrives, bam! You're hit with hidden charges, inflated prices, and a sense of dread that ruins the taste of that delicious meal. The solution? Be menu savvy. Always ask for a menu with prices, and don't be afraid to clarify any discrepancies. If a price seems too good to be true, it probably is. Another tip: check online reviews. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it can save you a lot of dong.
The Vietnamese people are known for their warmth, generosity, and resilience. It's only natural to want to give back, to support those less fortunate. But beware, lurking in the shadows are scammers who exploit compassion for their own greedy ends. These con artists are masters of disguise, posing as monks, nuns, or charity workers. They'll pull at your heartstrings with emotional stories, fake orphanages, and promises of making a real impact. Of course, this isn't something unique to Vietnam, but their only goal is to line their own pockets, leaving you feeling cheated and disillusioned. So, how can you ensure your generosity reaches those who truly need it? Verification is key. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to request identification, to research the organization online. A legitimate charity will be transparent about their work and welcome your scrutiny. Give wisely, give responsibly, and make a real difference in the lives of those who need it most.
So there you have it, folks. The 10 most common scams you might encounter on your Vietnamese adventure. Remember, knowledge is your best defense. Stay informed, be aware of your surroundings, and trust your gut. Vietnam is a beautiful country with so much to offer. Don't let a few bad apples spoil your experience. By staying vigilant and following these simple tips, you can avoid becoming a victim and enjoy all the wonders this incredible country has to offer. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the related video on your screen for more fascinating content. Explore our channel for a diverse collection of engaging videos. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.